Hey, welcome to episode 3 of The Effects of Influencing with Audrey and Jacob. This week we're going to be talking about the Try Guys drama. So, what's your level of familiarity with the Try Guys?
I definitely heard of them. I'd seen a couple of their videos on BuzzFeed, but I wasn't an Abbott fan. I didn't watch every single thing. But I mean, I saw a couple of them, and they seem cool.
Yeah.
Nice enough.
I had a friend in high school that would play their videos every time that I came over to hang out, and so that was my experience with. I was like, oh, it's cool to watch if we're just hanging out in your room.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing wrong with it. It was just something nice to watch.
Something to put on, yeah.
So when I saw this come out, I was instantly I wonder how that friend is doing, first of all,
right.
but also wow, okay, cool. New YouTube scandal.
Yeah.
From people that we weren't expecting it from.
Yeah,
they
seriously.
seemed very
unproblematic, kind of
wholesome guys.
Right, yeah.
So to get into it, the Try Guys had a bit of a scandal. I shouldn't say the Try Guys. Ned Fulmer from the Try Guys. A few months ago, there were some. Actually, first, before I get into that, the Try Guys as a whole started in 2014 on BuzzFeed, where they remained until 2018. So they've been, to give some background, building this brand for a long time. The four of them eventually left BuzzFeed, made their own LLC where they were all managers, and have been building on that since 2018. So there were rumors that came out a number of years ago, or months ago, and that Ned was having an affair with one of the producers from the Try Guys, and the rumors were just they were seen having lunch together. It seemed kind of weird, but there was nothing that was more than just suggestive, you know. And those rumors were kind of just
swept under the rug.
Yeah. Just let go of. I mean, they had no reason not to trust Ned. I mean, they've been friends with this guy, not just friends, coworkers, partners with this guy for
8 years.
8 years.
Yeah.
And so then, Labor Day weekend, there's some more pictures that come out, and these are more than just suggestive.
Just more than a lunch, sure.
So they're at a music festival or a concert or some music event, and there are pictures of them kissing and being romantic and intimate, and these pictures circulate back to Ned's wife Ariel, who he's been married to for 10 years, and they have children, the producer's partner, and of course the Try Guys. They handled this in a way that you'd hope grown men would handle their friend doing something like this.
Yeah.
That being said, Ned came out with a statement that I'd like to read. He came out on Instagram on September 27th, which is before any of the other Try Guys responded.
Okay.
He responded first, and he said, "Family should have always been my priority, but I lost focus and had a consensual workplace relationship. I'm sorry for any pain that my actions may have caused to the guys and the fans, but most of all to Ariel. The only thing that matters right now is my marriage and my children, and that's where I'm going to focus my attention." Bare minimum.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
Thanks, Ned.
Yeah, right. That's what you should have been doing.
Yeah. Thank you, Ned, for acknowledging the obvious.
Reinforcing that, yeah.
We're glad to know that you're not ignorant.
Right. True.
But
he's got that going for him.
So Ned is facing obviously a lot of backlash right now. He's keeping the matters pretty private, him and Ariel, but they are, facing backlash.
Yeah, I mean, people online are going to talk no matter what.
And as a result, the Try Guys brand is facing this backlash as well. And that's got to be difficult for the guys who had no idea this was going on and trusted their friend and have their whole careers built on this relationship.
Yeah.
So now that's at stake. So how do you move forward? Well, the Try Guys put out a video.
Yes.
Discussing how they were going to move forward, how they were impacted, and how they understood that this would impact their fans and their content. This video was released on October 3rd, titled "What Happened?" And they open it saying that Ned will no longer be part of the Try Guys. First and foremost.
That's the first thing they say?
he's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ned Fulmer would no longer be working with the Try Guys, and they go on to explain several of like their feelings about it, as well as like, you know, the background and
the future of
and then the future
too,
of the brand and where they go and what fans can expect and what brands can expect working with them and things like that. So we're moving forward, but it's going to be weird.
Yeah.
And they talk about how there's a family at the heart of all of this, how they wanted to take their time forming this message so that it could be delivered in a way, because they've cared about these people. They've cared about Ned's family for so long. They don't want to be like putting him through unnecessary drama just because, you know,
he made a mistake.
He made a mistake. I mean,
yeah,
they could want that.
Yeah.
But I mean, this video does not make it seem as though that's the goal, though. They want to openly address it because it's open. There's nothing for them to hide anymore.
Yeah.
They're not going to be like, you may have heard about a series of events that unfolded, and we're going to do our best to keep this maintained. They came out and they expressed, every genuine feeling they had about it, and they've continued to over, you know, several episodes of their podcast since the release of that video. But they go into, this is not just a coworker. This is a friend. This is someone that we've built a brand with, have merch with, have video content with. Our careers, our lives are all together. And this isn't just a decision for the brand. This is a decision for us personally that we need to move on from this.
Yeah.
We're hurt and we feel saddened and betrayed. And they also request that, you know, the families be left out of this and things like that, that they don't want to see, you know, Ned's family being brought into this drama, because obviously, like, he's got kids and, you know, he's got a family to still provide for, and he's got a career to now figure out. And you have to think about that, like, despite Ned having made a huge mistake, he now has a family that relies on him that still hasn't done anything wrong. How do you, you know, when you're the sole provider, how do you come back from that? And I'm sure that they're considering that as well, because they love and care for Ariel and the kids, and they don't want them being left high and dry. So they're probably have been working over the last several weeks to try and find solutions for this family that they care for. And it's got to be difficult for them. And then they go into saying, you know, we have branded content that isn't going to be released.
Yeah.
Or branded content that will be released. We have several pieces of content that we've recorded that won't be because of Ned's involvement. But moving forward, you're going to have to see content with Ned, because we have branded sponsored content that will have to be released
in order to
contractually.
Hold the deal. Yeah.
And so, what do you do from there?
Yeah.
You want to make everyone comfortable, and you want to do what's best for everybody in this kind of situation, and you don't want to have to, you know, pick through something that you're proud of in order to make it something that you feel comfortable now presenting to people, and that's the position that they've been put in.
Yeah.
But I think that the biggest thing that they said for me was they closed by saying, well, not like it was towards the end, but the thing that really stuck out to me was that they said that women are often treated worse in these situations than the men that are involved, and specifically requested that their producer, anyone that involved, but specifically her, be left out of this. That, you know, not all of the facts are out there, not all of the information is out there, and they just really want her to not have to face this public backlash.
Yeah, which is, like, I mean, respectable. I mean, because I'm sure, like, they were probably close with this producer as well. I mean, I wouldn't even be shocked if the producer knew him since they were on BuzzFeed. And so, like, that's, like, part of a family member, too. Like, I mean, it is all one family. And so I think that they did a good job of, like, easing it and, you know, and, like, being genuine and, like, not, like, oh, they made a huge mistake. Oh, go get them. Da-da-da-da-da. They weren't, like, inciting people to go, like, trash talk them online, which I think is respectable.
Do you think that, like, asking Ned to leave and not, you know, trying to have him stay and address it was like,
I don't know.
say we don't know them personally,
Yeah.
especially because neither of us are true fans like that.
Yeah.
But business-wise, do you think that this is what's best, considering like cancel culture and all of the and especially like with the power position that Ned was in, because he was an owner or manager of this LLC and she was one of his employees? you know.
Yeah, I mean, I think I guess it's like the right move for like their public image, because like if they were, I mean, it's still gonna follow them just because it's like that's who they were, and like they were like kind of connected, and that's how like fans know them. But even if they if it's like just them three, I think it like suits their public image better just to like not have him involved, because that can just bring up negative comments and feedback and stuff. But like at the same time, like not having him could also like lose some fan interest. Like what if Ned was their favorite, or like stuff like that. Like it's just like you don't really know what's gonna happen. So
do you think it'd be like business wise, what do you think it would mean like if they worked through their personal issues later? Do you think that the public would ever forgive him and welcome him back if they did?
I think the public has welcomed back many people that have done far worse than what Ned did.
That's a very fair
so
point.
I do think that eventually, like, I guess the heat will die down, and if like they wanted to bring him back, they could, and I think like things would go over smoothly. But from like the Try Guys video, I don't even know if they would do that, because they seem like genuinely hurt and like betrayed.
You talked about people doing worse. You mean like when Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce?
Right. Oh my gosh.
Oh, okay. So for anyone who hasn't heard, SNL decided to make a parody video of the Try Guys video that we've been discussing.
SNL's always got to jump on it.
Oh yeah, and the internet mad.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh,
as they should be.
They big mad.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just my side of the internet. But the general consensus seems to be, even from like people who don't know the Try Guys, because I just searched SNL. Like I'm looking up hashtag SNL on Twitter. And people who are saying like, I don't know the Try Guys, but this bit seemed like it was in bad taste, or I've been watching for years, but it's been falling off for the past couple months, past couple years,
talking
whatever.
About SNL.
Yeah, just saying like in general, this just seems tasteless. It just seems dumb.
Yeah.
And so the bit itself was a sort of recreation of the video, but they tied CNN into it.
Yeah, like a news
it was supposed
network
to,
or a news story.
And I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, I think they probably do that to like just like over dramatize? Is that a word? Dramatize? We'll go with it. Like it so where like, oh, it's like breaking news, like da na 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 na, and I feel like it's just kind of like
to make it seem like
it's more of a big deal, like on their part, than like what people would think.
You think they're making fun of how much how serious people took it?
Yeah, or how serious the Try Guys are taking it. So it's probably a little bit of both.
Yeah, and it's a good point that you put it that way, because like the actors in the skit, there's the guy's obviously playing the Try Guys. And then there's a man playing an infield news anchor, and then there's the
actual like news anchor in studio. Yeah.
Yes, and the female anchor seemed the whole time to be like downplaying it, kind of saying like, okay, but like,
what else happened?
What else?
Yeah.
Like, what's
That's
so
all?
bad?
Yeah.
And it's just a really, really. It's weird. It's like weird to watch one and then the other, because you can see what they were trying to do, but it's just not funny.
No.
It's just not funny.
Yeah.
It's not in good taste. And so they like go bit by bit of this video and twist every little piece. It's like Eugene is obviously quite upset in this video. He's got like he's got like this stern looking face almost, and just seems angrier. Like, the other guys are obviously upset, but Eugene seems very angry and hurt in this video.
Yeah.
Hurt is a great word.
He looks the most hurt. Yeah,
looks
for
hurt.
Sure.
And in the SNL version, he's like saying he wants to put a bullet in Ned's head and like wants him to die. No one ever wished ill will on Ned in this video.
Not once in that video.
That's all that the SNL version does is we hate Ned, we hate Ned. And it's like, if you guys listen to what they were saying, they were saying how sad they are about this and all of that. So it was like, boiling it down, SNL was making fun of men for showing their feelings.
Yep.
And even like went so far as to try and downplay what Ned did in the first place by quoting when he said, consensual relationship. She it was brought up on SNL.
Yeah, and then that was the comment that she made about, oh well, Beyonce got cheated on by Jay-Z.
I think you'll be all right. Yeah, she compared the Try Guys situation to Beyonce and Jay-Z, and then at one point even says, so the whole story is that your best friend had a side chick kissed his side chick at a concert, and now y'all fired him or something along those lines, which is entirely downplaying the fact that they built their entire careers on this man, and he lied to them and
for months.
And was causing a huge HR issue. It's not just that he was cheating. It's that this man was cheating with someone within a company that he employed.
Yeah.
Like, it's a huge threat to their brand.
Yeah.
It's a huge threat to their company. Like, it wasn't him just being selfish and going out there and cheating. That's a whole different story.
Yeah.
Like, he threatened what they built for years. And SNL made it seem as though this reaction that they had to get rid of him, to be hurt about this, was just the most outlandish reaction to have, which is
just wrong.
Just mind-blowing.
Yeah.
That we're still living in this era. And you know what? It's probably because SNL, has not been a notoriously great place for women to work for, probably forever.
Since it's been on.
Yeah. Sure, guys who work in SNL might think that it's, the normal side of this situation would be for a guy to cheat on his wife and his buddies to have his back.
Yeah.
But I think it says something really deep that the Try Guys were not willing to be just another one of those fucking men.
Yeah.
Who were just going to...
Oh, well, he cheated.
Yeah, just to let it go because y'all are boys.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. And I think it's really gross that SNL wanted to frame it in a way of, you should have had your boys back, or you shouldn't be so upset, this isn't your business. No, it is. It's quite literally their business.
Yeah.
And not to mention that one of the biggest things the Try Guys asked, which was not to protect themselves, was, please leave this girl alone.
Yeah.
Leave this girl alone.
Yeah, the producer.
It's not like they've kept it a secret who it is. People know who it is. They know that they're not hiding anything. They're just they care about her. They want to protect her. And it's not a them thing. They're just like, this girl doesn't deserve this right now. They're figuring out their own personal lives. They don't need to be figuring out the media. What does SNL do? What does SNL do? Name drop her bit. Name drop her whole bit.
Yeah. That's
on national television. Why is SNL punching down? Why is SNL trying to attack?
Why do they feel the need to?
Coming at people who are working for YouTube?
Yeah. Versus national television?
Versus national television.
It's been on for, 40 years or something? Exactly. I mean, probably longer. I couldn't even tell you, but...
And that's why it's not funny.
Yeah.
Because these people don't need to be humbled.
No.
These people are going fucking through it.
Yeah.
And they didn't need to be humbled, and...
They didn't need any more backlash or media attention.
No.
And by SNL doing that, it just
and SNL
flares
said,
it up even more.
We're just going to kick them while they're down.
Exactly.
And it wasn't someone who needed it.
Nope.
There are so many other things going on in the world. Kanye said, it's because Kanye didn't tweet yet. That's entirely why. It's because Kanye hadn't sent his tweet. They needed the Try Guys.
They didn't have a skit yet.
Not to mention that one of Ned's buddies from Yale is a writer at SNL. Or may have been.
Coincidence?
Was in the past. Unsure about whether that's still continuing to this day, but I think...
Wouldn't doubt it.
From what I've heard, it's true.
Yeah.
And he's there. But either way, even if he's not still there, that influence could have rubbed off. Some people...
Yeah.
You get connections.
Oh, absolutely. I was just saying, it's a small world once you, are up on that platform like that.
Exactly. So I think that it was just, it's a really gross situation in the first place. And I think that what the Try Guys were trying to do at the end of that video was just so grossly juxtaposed with SNL. Them saying at the end of this video, keep in mind that women are often treated worse than men in these situations. And then they turn around and act like the woman was the one to blame, like the woman or the man was never in the wrong.
Didn't do anything wrong, yeah.
Did exactly what they were talking about.
What they were supposed to do.
Exactly what they said that was going to happen. SNL turned right around and did it in a video that was parodying that video.
Yeah.
Could it have been any more blatantly disgusting?
I don't think so, no. Yeah, it's a shame.
And I think
it's just disrespectful.
Yeah.
Just not even just the fans and Try Guys, but just personally to just people and the producer and I don't know. It's just, yeah.
SNL deserves better. SNL deserves better. We need new shit.
Right.
I don't know what's going on,
Kick
but
everybody out.
if y'all at SNL, one of the biggest TV shows in existence for decades,
Yeah, probably the biggest live TV show, there is.
if you feel like you need to be clinging into the internet drama, it might be time for y'all to say goodbye.
Yeah, it's time, SNL.
Because this is sad.
Yeah.
And it's not done tastefully.
It's
and
like
it's gross.
desperate.
But bottom line, to close all of this out, I just respect the Try Guys so much for how they've handled this.
Absolutely.
I think that they've done it phenomenally. I think that they have handled it with grace. I think that they were strong to show their emotion and to share their feelings about this as men in this industry. I think it takes a lot to, you know, put yourself out there and address things,
Yeah.
especially things that you didn't even do, and now it's your responsibility to you know, counteract them.
Yeah, exactly.
And to close it by not making it about themselves, to like put that point in about like, we also want a call to action that, you know, remember that women are often blamed in these situations. Remember that, you know, it's often skewed, and we need to remember that going forward. And then it was just blatantly ignored.
Yeah.
And, you know, maybe people on national television can learn a thing or two about the online generation,
Right.
because this shit is sad.
Yeah.
And I think that's all I have to say on that.
Yeah. SNL, get a life.
Oh, and that SNL has been silent about this
Oh,
ever
yeah, they
since.
haven't posted
has
anything.
continued their stuff as completely normal as of right now.
Yeah.
And you know, at least the Try Guys could make an apology video.
Right.
Maybe we'll get it in 3 weeks.
Right? Yeah. We'll see.
But
I wouldn't count on it, though.
that's
SNL
all I've got
usually
to
does
say
it.
on it for right now.
Yeah.
And, you know, I wish the Try Guys luck moving forward. I, you know, wish Ned luck figuring all of this out. And
As well as the producer. Like,
and
I
the
hope
producer.
they can.
Yeah, regardless, these are something to remember. All of these are people living their lives and trying their best most of the time. And it's confusing and it's messy out here, and you have no idea how hard it is to have your whole life on blast until you're there. So let's not forget that moving forward, and let's not forget that when we're ridiculing people online and when we're talking to people. I mean, you should absolutely not feel comfortable just adding somebody you have no idea who they are and
No.
saying hate, no matter how big they are, no matter how likely you think they are to never see it.
Yeah. What's the point?
We need
what
to
do you
be.
get from
We
that?
just need to be mindful
Yeah.
about, you know, the way that people are dealing with these types of things, because we have no idea what it's like, and it's not our place to judge. You can have any feelings you want about it, but
just keep them to yourself.
maybe just keep them to yourself.
Because it is no good to put them out in the world.
Exactly.
If they're negative. If they're positive, sure, but if they're negative, just keep them to yourself.
Hey man, maybe some people think negative comments are positive. Maybe they think
Yeah,
they're
maybe they just
contributing.
need like some motivation.
It's
I
all
guess.
subjective.
Yeah. Right.
Don't listen to anyone,
Yeah.
including me. We obviously have
Right.
no
These
idea.
are our own opinions.
All right, well, that's going to close it out for this episode, guys. I want to thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time, where we're going to talk a little bit about Miss Brittany Broski, the kombucha woman, and my heart and soul,
Yeah.
Broski Nation. And we're going to talk a little bit about Sarah, too. So, Sarah, if you're watching, I love her. All right.
Well, good. I hope she sees it.
See you guys next time.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Close it with the dance. Close it with the dance. That's gonna be our thing, is to close it with the dance.